All right, hey. Today we're doing an album review. This is gonna be I'm not well, here's what it's gonna be. Here's what I've been listening to. I finally got around to listening to this record. It's been a long time. Everybody knows this album, I guess, except for me. So this is what I have been listening to about the past month off or on. So there you go. Nebraska by Bruce Springsteen. I'll talk real quick about Springsteen. I have a lot of respect for Springsteen. He wasn't really what I was into when I was younger, but the older I get and the more that I have learned about songwriting, the more you gotta respect Springsteen. You gotta respect him. He's got a mountain of songs. I mean, and he definitely does his own thing, and he does it well. I put him in the same category as like similar category of like Tom Petty, John Fogerty. They kind of just they do what they do, and basically they just write the same, with all respect, the same four or five songs over and over and over again. Springsteen's a little bit more prolific and has much better lyrics, in my opinion, tell a lot better stories. So I don't know if I'll have a chance to talk about Springsteen a lot more on here because I've absorbed a lot of his records. Springsteen's very hit and miss to me also. Like some of his albums I really like. I thought Wrecking Ball was great. I loved Wrecking Ball. And then Working on a Dream I just didn't like at all. Magic was great. And what was that one a couple years ago? Can't think of it. It had the re-recording of The Ghost of Tom Joad on it with Tom Morello. Oh, what was that called? Gosh darn it. Well, whatever it was, I didn't really care for that one either. But anyway, we're talking about Nebraska today. So there's not much I can say about this that hasn't already been said ad nauseum, right? I mean, this album has been dissected for the past 30 plus years. Most of you already know this, that this was recorded as just Springsteen doing demos for his next record. He just kind of recorded it on his own in his house or his apartment or somewhere. And they ended up just using the demos as the record because it had more of like a raw feel and a real feel for it, apparently, which I think is interesting and really gutsy. Like not something a lot of people would have done. Certainly not a record company that big and not an artist that big to just kind of go, here you go. It's the very first song. The harmonica is like dreadfully out of tune. Like the very first thing you hear is like, ugh, what the hell's that? So I'll go through it real quick. So the first song, like I said, Nebraska. Real dark, like real kind of dark and serious. Like it's a very dark album. It's very kind of moody. I like Nebraska a lot. I enjoy that song. Good story, good lyrics, just kind of very haunting. A lot of the stuff on here is really haunting. But I like that. I don't have much more to say about that. It's just a dark, kind of creepy song. Atlantic City was kind of like the single. It's like really the only song on here that's got like a hook that you can really kind of grab onto. It's really like the only radio song there really is on here. So I like Atlantic City for what it is. Mashing on the Hill is nice. I like the words, but already three songs in, I'm kind of getting like it's the same. Like if you're familiar with this, it's the same thing. It's just it's Springsteen and acoustic guitar, which is great. But most any record that is kind of the same linear production, song after song after song, I kind of start to tune out a little bit. But I really like the words of Mashing on a Hill. I don't really care for the melody and the music too much, but it is what it is. Johnny 99, Springsteen's like his boogie woogie songs, his like Stand on It and Look But Don't Touch, like the dun 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 dun, and he just kind of just this rapid fire of lyrics. Those songs don't grab me. So Johnny 99, it might be a good song. I have no idea. I can't tell because just the bluesy rockabilly Springsteen songs leave me very cold. I just kind of skip past them. I'm sorry. But then we get to Highway Patrolman, which is my favorite song on here. Really good song. I mean, just the lyrics and the story, and it's a great synergy of the music, and it moves along really well. You can almost kind of feel the heartbreak in the voice. My favorite song on here, Highway Patrolman. It's great. That's a great song. It's just classic Springsteen story song that has a good kind of dark undercurrent and just great words. Just a great haunting little story song that I love. State Trooper, Used Cars, kind of heartbreaking in its way. Just a song about a family, and it's so great that they got a used car like it's a big event. But again, now we're at song 7, and it's all just kind of acoustic guitar and the boss singing, which again, great, but I kind of get a little bit bored after a while. That was my last song on here. I liked Open All Night. It's okay. My Father's House, nice words. Don't really, didn't latch onto the music too well. Although the music did remind me of, if you're familiar with My Father's House, it's very similar to a song called Crying Mary by Jude Cole. I'm assuming Jude Cole is kind of an homage because it's way similar. And if you're going to, I mean, who doesn't want to, what songwriter doesn't want at least a little bit write something like Springsteen? And that song Crying Mary by Jude Cole is a story song, and he doesn't have a lot of story songs. So I'm assuming it's kind of like I'm assuming Crying Mary is Jude Cole's Springsteen, Nebraska kind of song. And then, Reason to Believe. I tried to like these. Overall, listen, I feel like I'm kind of crapping on it. I'm not. It's very, very bold. It's very great. It's a moment in time. It's really, I'm glad I listened to it. But only about half the songs kind of moved me. Nebraska, Atlantic City, Highway Patrolman, Used Car, good songs. The rest, they are what they are. Springsteen does what Springsteen does. And I think that's all I wanted to say about that, isn't it? Yeah. So anyway, those are my thoughts on this. I give it like I don't know, for what it is, like a 6. I'm sorry. I know this is like a heralded, like everybody loves this record kind of thing. And it's definitely worth listening to. You should listen to it. But I'll only carry like 4 or 5 of those songs with me for the rest of my life probably. So, but there you go. Those are my thoughts on Nebraska by Springsteen. If this was even the least bit interesting, subscribe to the channel. I have very random album reviews on here. I just kind of talk about what I'm listening to while I'm digesting them, and then I just kind of move on. And I like a lot of different kinds of stuff, so it's a little strange. So subscribe to the channel, look at whatever else is on here, and if anybody wants me to talk about anything or has any music they want me to kind of ramble about, just let me know. That's it. All right. Thanks for listening. All right.